just woke up. But anyway, hello fellow artists, welcome back. I am finally starting to paint this series. I don't know what the hell has happened, but I've been very inactive, not only in painting, but inactive on YouTube, showing you paintings and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take you through the process of the painting. I'll try to keep commentary. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Sadly, I'm not very prepared. YouTube-wise, I just know that I want to paint this, so I'm sorry for that. So what I'll do first is a quick sketch layout. Sadly, it was so overcast, like this was during a storm that was happening when I went there. There's not a lot of light variation, which was very sad for me. I can make certain decisions on color. Color and value, because I want certain things to pop a little bit more than others. It's a little bit frustrating when you don't have good reference photos and you have to take a lot of liberty from it. However, I believe that's also a good thing. So we'll see how creativity kind of takes over to make this a little bit better. So I have my mini focus goggles this time. It's not so heavy on the ears and heads and distracting physically. So I'll be using liquid, since I need the paint to dry fairly quickly. I did not do a grid or anything, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm just gonna see how the painting feels once we start, like there. Okay, it's the morning. It's about 9:30. Yeah, it's 9:23, and I would like to share my current thoughts about the painting itself. So far I don't like it. I'm struggling to see a vision with all the rest of the paintings. This painting itself, I feel so far away from my painting style, I suppose, or my painting, like my artistic, I don't know what to call it. Something feels very far away, and I feel very empty about it. It's a very strange feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but generally speaking, I feel very disappointed in myself and in the painting and in how it's coming out. It's not horrible, but it feels like a painting study, and I've talked about it with my partner. I've written it down in my journal. He suggested to treat it like a painting study, where I take pressure off of knowing that these paintings are going to be on a wall at a restaurant, and I don't know what to do exactly to make it better right now. So this is going to be, I suppose, like an exploration series. And again, it's a restaurant. It's not high prestige place or anything like that, but it's still going to be seen by people. So I just feel a little bit disjointed, I suppose. But anyway, regardless, what I want to try to fix at the moment is the values. So I want to make the lighthouse stand out a little more, because that is supposed to be what this painting is about. I'm gonna lighten the areas around it and perhaps line some of these darker areas and just push it forward a little bit. I'm thinking the sky around it should be a little bit more like what is happening over here. So I want to bring this down to here, maybe here a little bit, and just keep lightening these areas a little bit more. Aside from that, I don't know what to do. I feel like my creativity and just my artist is stagnant. I guess I haven't been painted much lately, but oh, that's the word. I feel very out of my element. So that's what's happening. I feel very out of my element. I feel very out of it when approaching this and trying to come up with something that's good. I guess that's the best I can do to come up with something to tell you guys, because I truly don't know where to go from here. I'm just gonna keep layering these areas and try to fix the areas with the values, but it's not unique. There are paintings and painters out there that do this very exact same style perhaps, or compositions, and I don't know how to make it stand out a little bit more. I suppose that's one of the issues that I'm going through in my head, that there's no uniqueness to me in my painting, I suppose. My paintings tend to be pretty philosophical or pretty abstract, and they have a narrative. These are more, this is a location that people can identify with that are from there, but I don't know how to translate that situation into the painting, I suppose. I got inspired by Monet and Sorolla color-wise and depth-wise, so color choices, but it's not working. Something's missing and I'm not sure what, but other than that, we're gonna start working. Just 30 minutes so I can get some chores done, as it is Friday today. I don't know when my next video is gonna come up, so maybe you'll see this video the following week, because today's the 22nd. So, focus goggles, bigger ones today, so that I can have the music from my laptop instead of my phone. Oh, just a different vibe that I need today. Fully relax mode and just see what happens. I don't know, I guess it's one of those artistic bumps that I need to learn how to get through. We're doing great. So anyway, I'm gonna get to painting and I'll talk to you afterwards. I'm just came back from lunch, chilled out a little bit, and my lunch has been really late, so I just did a few chores here and there. And what I want to do right now is just prep the next painting before I jump in again on the other one and start texturizing. So I'm again recycling the old paint, and it's very, not crispy, but it does have that old paint skin layer. So I'm trying to break it down as much as I can. I did mix in a little bit of oil in the jar, just a tad, nothing in comparison to the amount of paint thinner that was there. And with this ugly gray, I'm gonna add some of the Venetian red again on top. I think I want to keep that base consistent throughout the rest of my paintings. I think it might be a good thing. And I just dabble it on the canvas. So while I do this, which you can't see. So while I do this, I would like to reflect a little bit on the last mini painting session I did. I don't think it went too bad. I actually think it went pretty good. So I was able to fix some of those color issues that I was having. The other stuff, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fix so much unless I were to completely redo it. I have been looking at a few contemporary artists, painters, and some are just exquisite. I'll have to perhaps dedicate a video, but just, random magazines, I was like, what's going on around right now? There's also on YouTube Contemporary Art Issue, and they made a video not too long ago about contemporary art landscape artists, I believe it was, that we must know about or something like that. And I figured, well, you know what, that might actually be good. Not only do we get to know what's going on right now, which as artists, I believe we should at least be on the lookout to see what's going on, see who's on the rise or who's rising or who's risen and why, what do they have. And that's really what's interesting to see is what is their style, how do they see the world, how do they paint the world. I'll link it below, unless you already know the channel, but I'll link the channel below if you're curious about it. But being a serious artist, trying to find your foot in this weird world, I think it's important to have your own voice. And it's frustrating to try to find it, but necessary nonetheless. It's one of those things where once you look at tutorials, it's a weird balance learning from school and learning just to express yourself afterwards. I've always been told, and I've agreed many times, every time it's been said, know the rules to be able to break them. But there's also that part that is, I think, either innate or very much nurtured, is how we see the world, our weird quirks, and they embrace them, or they just liked experimenting, and they said, oh, I like this, I like how this looks, and they went with it. It might be just as simple as that. I thought I had my style, but now once I go into a different subject, I feel like I'm going back to tutorials and just making a painting out of a tutorial. That's kind of how it felt like. And that frustrated me. And not just that, like I was saying before, like it just felt like I was painting a study. There was a lot lacking and I wasn't sure what to do. So it's painted, it's not finished, but it's there. And we'll see if we get any better as we go. And if not, well, maybe someone will still like them enough to buy them. And I'll be able to continue making my dark work. And maybe someone in the future likes my dark work. I guess every artist, or I guess many artists might go through this, just a little bit of a crisis in their mind. You know, obviously this field is very difficult since there's so much supply and very little demand. And I get the feeling I'm gonna have to unlearn maybe a few things. I don't know, if you're kind of resonating with my thoughts, please let me know in the comments. I would be very interested to hear your thoughts on this whole issue. If it's even an issue, just thoughts. Random artistic thoughts. I don't know, maybe there are artists that they just always knew what they wanted to do, how they wanted to do it. I greatly admire that. I thought I did. I'm gonna leave these things and get back to painting the other one. Aside from the normal liquid, or the original liquid, I've got some impasto liquid. There you are. I've never tried this thing, or this kind of stuff. Never paste like this. I love the smell. And right now I was thinking of trying it out on the sky. And yes, it is indeed much thicker than the normal liquid. That's the liquid impasto right there. And on the other end, so that I don't get them confused, you can see a difference in color or opacity. It's less milky, let's say. I want to see if I can actually maintain some of that thick texture. Okay, so I got some paint here. I moved it down here. And every time I use some of it, it thins it down, but not in such a liquidy state that we see. It still holds its ground. And I think that might be more than enough. So I'm gonna grab some white and all that, make a sky color. No. Focus goggles on. And I need to stand up because I can't see well the light. Feels a little better, a little nicer, a little bit more with intentional brush strokes and intentional choices happening. That's all I wanted. A bit more reflection of the artist in there, I think. I think that's really what I was looking for. Because I like these bold colors. That's very much what I do in my own work. So if the subject is not going to be my usual, I think I would like the colors to kind of match at least. Oh shoot, I forgot the wood mask thingy, the tiny thingies. Okay, well, I'll add those on another time. I hope you like it, and then I'll just add those little details and update you on the next video on how it's looking like. So tune in next time to see the next painting of the series, which I'm gonna grab right now. Next painting of the series is gonna be either one of these. I mean, they're both included, but I mean in the progression of videos. So one of these is coming up, and I hope you tune in to see how they look. Considering we have more interesting scenes, I hope they turn out better. Nope, Jesus. So until next time, happy painting. Bye.